Hello, and welcome to the Fat Squirrel Speaks. That was totally off, wasn't it? Whatever. Hi, I'm Amy Beth, also known as the Fat Squirrel. I'm your hostess and stuff. I'm the Fat Squirrel in Ravelry and the Fat Squirrel SQRL on Instagram. Hi, how are you? I hope you're doing okay. It's all autumnally here in central Indiana. It's really not that cold outside, but I have all of the windows in the house open, so it's like 64 degrees in my house. Because I'm crazy. But my husband's not here, so I can get away with it. We have like a whole mountain of things to talk about today. So I guess, let's see, there are no shenanigans. Oh, potential upcoming shenanigans. This weekend is the wool gathering in Yellow Springs, Ohio. I had originally planned to be there on Saturday. I now no longer know what day or if a day I will be there. Things are just like crazy. Actually, things are not that crazy. But like something weird happened with my husband's job, and like now he may have to go to St. Louis on the Saturday. There's a whole thing with a kid and the thing, and I may have also like severely injured my back this week. Not severely injured. That's not the right phrase. I may have hurt my back this week. And I may have spent the last 3 days not moving very much, but hoping that I will be able to move in a few days, which I'm going to the chiropractor tomorrow. Hopefully everything will be okay. I'm totally fine. And so you're like, you look fine. I'm totally fine as long as I don't move. Once I find the correct position of alignment, and then I just have to stay there. Because as soon as I start to move, I'm like, ah! It's actually getting better. So, I don't know what's happening. Sorry. Hope that doesn't your plans. It's totally fine. So anyway, we should talk about stuff. But that was all to say that there were no shenanigans. Okay, so there's tons of stuff going on. Before we get into knitting and spinning, I do have a giveaway that I want to talk about. We're going to talk about the giveaway. Then we're going to talk about spinning and knitting, and then we're going to talk about the vertebrae cow and the many prizes that have been donated, and then we're going to talk about shameless self-promotion. That is my plan. So let's do it. Also, for all of you who, like a couple episodes again, a while ago, I was saying that I was concerned that the show was getting too long, and then you were all like, don't worry, like nobody told me that it was too long, so nobody actually, people are overly too nice to me. Okay, that's not true. I mean, they are, but don't be less nice. I appreciate your overly too niceness. But no, people are not like, people are not sending me hate mail, so don't worry about it. It's fine. Actually, I think that the amount of crazy that I exhibit in this podcast is actually a great deterrent to snarky people. Because snarky people watch the first like 45 seconds of this thing and they're like, that lady is a hot mess. I am not even interested to stick around. So the judgers just don't even hang out with us. Or if they do, they just sit back like I watch the, what is that one? The Desperate Housewives of Atlanta. I just sit back and go, So they're either doing that and not writing me hate mail, or they're just like, no, thank you. It's one or the other. I'm okay with how it works out. So, that was housekeeping. Okay, so don't worry about me, I'm fine. I just want to shorten the show down because I feel like sometimes it just is like, shush. I need to haiku myself for a minute. But anyway, first things first. We're doing a giveaway. It's a giveaway I'm kind of excited about. I don't often do yarn reviews. I guess that's like what you call them. However, the lovely Kay at Indie String did contact me and requested that I do one, and I agreed to do it because she offers a unique base that is milled specifically for her shop. How cool is that? So she is a Michigan artist. Her company is called Indie String, like INDIE. That's so you know what it looks like. And she is, did I say she's a Michigan artist? I did, right? Sometimes I just don't know what I'm talking about. But she has this, and it's 100% Falkland worsted weight, and it's milled just for her. So as you can see, I didn't start knitting my skein yet because I wanted you to see what it looked like. in its glory. And I tacked her note on here because I'll forget. So to keep that with us at all times. So this is the skein I'm keeping to sample, and it's called Chipper. That's the colorway. And this colorway will be released in the next week or two. So it's being dyed up special. How fun is that? Guess what that's going to be? I give you no guesses. It's going to be a hat. It's so... Well, I love Falkland to spin, but I've never had a Falkland yarn that I did not spin. So I'm so excited. It's so squishy. It's like this. It's like an accordion of yarn. Mama plays a squeeze box. It's true. Daddy doesn't sleep at night. But anyway, so it's a 2-ply. I'm not lying, right? Oh no, it's a 3-ply. Even better. So I've been very good. I have not spun. I've not caked it up. But I'll be knitting a hat out of it. And guess what? She sent you one as a prize. Your colorway is called Silence. Perhaps not an appropriate colorway name for this podcast, but there is none. But nonetheless. But anyway, so it's 100% Falkland, 200 yards to 100 grams. It's called her Superior Worsted. Isn't that fun? So this one is going to be for you. I'm going to open a thread in the Ravelry group, and it'll be probably a combination, like either you go to Indie String, check out her yarns and say which colorway you like, or what you would like to knit with this uberly squishy yarn, or you can do a fall colorway inspiration, just like a picture of folly goodness. But then guess what? That's not all. Just wait. That's not all. There will also be a discount code. It is capital F, capital S, capital S. So Fat Squirrel Speaks, FSS10 for 10% off the total purchase. So it's going to run through, I believe she said it would run through October 1st. It's October. Yeah, that's right. This is September. So to run through October 1st. And then I will do the giveaway. I'll close the thread. I believe October 1st is actually Wednesday. So make sure you get your post in before October 1st, which is, I believe, September 30th, right? There's 30 days in September. I believe so. Get your post in for the prize by September 30th, and I'll draw for the winner on October 1st. And I'll tell you all about how I'm enjoying it next week, but I can tell you already. It's so squishy. I think it's going to be a Barley hat, one of the tin can knits patterns. Ooh, I think it's going to be good. Squishy and orange. I might love it a little bit. Just a little bit. So yay, thank you, Indie String. Okay, so next thing. Okay. We are at my dining room table, by the way. Did you just hear a spoon? That's a spoon my child left behind and did not put away. So that's what you're hearing. Okay. Spinning. Okay, before I show you all this craziness, let me just also mention I may have been a little broke this week, like broken. So I spent all day Sunday and Monday not moving very much, which meant I had to be knitting or else I was going to go crazy. So it's a little bit more than normal. But I also spent a lot of that time playing a farm game. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie. Oh, so spinning. You had seen the... Oh. Anyway, I'll show you the next time, I guess. I had been spinning this. This is Into the World BFL in the 11th hour colorway. And it's 209 yards. I got this at New York Sheep and Wool. Oh, so pretty. So it's just a plain little 2-ply. It's nice and floofy. It will, of course, be an accessory. I think there's going to be a lot of accessory knitting here for at least about a month. So, FYI. Because all of a sudden, everybody needs accessories in the house. I don't know. Why did I not knit these people hats and mittens before the winter came? It's not winter yet. But why did I knit it before the fall came? I guess because I was like, I'll knit them in the fall so they'll be ready for the winter. I forget, however, that the people in my house, other than me, are total freeze butts. And so, really, it's 60 degrees at the bus stop. My daughter's like, I need mittens. She has mittens, but, you know, They are getting a little small. So anyway, yay that. So that's 11th hour again, Into the World, BFL. It's very smooshy and floofy and good. So there's that one. And then also, you didn't even see this one as a thing before it was a thing. I got another club shipment from Spun Right Round, and it was called Turbo Gypsy. And it was also BFL. And I got about 134 yards, and it looks something like this. Ah! How fun is that crap? That's some fun stuff. So it's super fluffy and good. I'm having intense fantasies about like doing just crazy hand spun shawls, like all of the like 3-color shawls that are everywhere right now, which I may be starting this week. But I'm like having serious fantasies about just doing a crazy hand spun one. It's all craziness all the time. So again, it's just another like little wickety quickety, froofity doofity thing. Okay, there's the spoon again, right? I'm just gonna hit it every time. I may be on a little bit of pain medication. So the next thing that's finished. Okay, now we're into knitting because I just dropped the, can I get it with my foot? See, I'm afraid if I bend over, I'm not gonna, I'm afraid if I bend over, I won't be able to, oh, Lord have mercy. Okay, oh, the things I do for you people. So the next thing I have is also from Spun Right Round, and it's looking like a hot mess, but it's not her fault, it's my fault. It's how I split it up. But it was a gradient. I believe it was called Squash. I don't think I'm lying. But I tried to just split the braid down the middle and do a 2-ply that will be great. It won't be a perfect gradient. They will definitely be overlapping because I am not the most consistent spinner or even remotely consistent. But so it looks something like this. It goes from like this, whoa, wonderful squashy yellow out to an orange, out to like a brownishy, blackishy, out to a purple. Right? And it's an 80-20 merino silk. It's gorgeous. So that'll be a little while because I'm trying to spin it kind of fine-ish. Is it pretty? So pretty. Okay. So that's all the spinning that's happening. Speaking of the vertebrae cow, I totally finished my daughter's little vertebrae, her kitty vertebrae. This is knit with Lion Brand Cotton Ease in the cherry colorway. I knit it on US 6s, and she requested an elbow sleeve, but of course now she has it on. She's like, I would like long sleeves. This project is completed in my mind. I cannot go back. But I will if she needs to. I'm hoping that once she starts wearing long sleeve shirts for school, that it will be like a fun accent that, because originally she just wanted one that was not quite as warm as her woolly ones. So anyway, it looks very cute on her and it seems to fit very well. Yay, kitty vertebrae. Okay. Right. Okay, I have another finished object. I finished my upstairs downstairs cowl in 3 sizes by Paula Emmons Feasley. It's made with Leading Men Fiber Arts. Well, it's a block away, as the lovely Knitmore girls say. It's made with Leading Men Fiber Arts and their dramaturge in the Steve and Andy colorway. I have like fiber on me. Really? And I had 2 skeins. Originally, I was afraid because the largest version of Paula's pattern says it requires 500 yards and it's with sport weight. So and her blocked gauge was the same size as my unblocked gauge. So I kind of thought I should go down a few stitches because I didn't want to run out of yarn. So I went down 20 stitches. I did not need to. However, that said, I have not blocked this yet, and it's still quite roomy. So even doubled up. Ooh, I like it, it's right. And I have this much yarn left, which I think I can sneak like a wind shift out of. So isn't that pretty? Yay! And this was very fun to knit, very easily memorizable. So car knitting would be perfect. Yeah, because of car knitting, I don't like to knit socks in the car. I don't like to knit really tiny things in the car. I do better with a larger gauge project in the car. I don't know why, but I do. So yay. To me, I like this length quite a lot. It's long enough to look a little festive, but it's also very warm. And when I block it, it'll block out more, but you know, whatever. And I did do the, I did do the garter stitch in the round using just the knits only. So go round on your knits and then wrap and turn and go back, like turn it inside out and go back so you're knitting. So you're knitting a flat with some wrap stitches. But anyway, Paula has a whole thing. Like if you go to the pattern, it has a link to the how to knit garter in the round without purling. The no purl garter in the round. I feel like that's the phrase. Okay, but so the next thing I'm just gonna put all my knitwear on and hide a little bit. Not from you, but with you. Let's hide. Can we hide? Let's hide a little bit. I'm kind of scared about going to the chiropractor. I've never been to this chiropractor before. I don't actually have a chiropractor anymore because I've been doing, my back's not been bothering me forever and ever and ever. Now suddenly I need to go to the chiropractor again. I'm kind of terrified. I hate going to medical professionals. I hate it. So anyway, I may have in the throes of my, I'm much better now. I may have in the throes of like my superior uncomfortableness made the appointment online and then like made a note like, cause like chiropractors are all fancy now and like have all this like nutritional supplemental that they're doing alongside their business and which reads, the nutritionists and stuff, which reads to me that they are going to tell me how fat I am. And I'm going to be like, hi, I'm me, I know. So I may have written a note that was like, by the way, as the consumer of your service, I would prefer that we not discuss my weight on the first meeting. I am aware that my weight contributes to the pain that I am in. Please be aware that I know that. Let's not talk about it. Because I don't want to have an anxiety attack in your office. Crazy people. Meaning me, not them. I'm just going to scrap this whole episode. This is terrible. I'm just running off at the mouth. It's like TMI Central up in here. Really? Should I just go back and delete it? No, I'm not going to go back and delete it. Just, I'll be shamed. But see, the next thing I have, I'm hiding. I'm ready for winter, people. Man, that blue looks so blue. Isn't that exciting? I finished my Nauvoo hat. And it is by Eva Kuhlman, I'm guessing. And it is made with Brooklyn Tweed Shelter, so the worsted weight one, in the Almanac colorway. I did have to adjust for gauge a little bit. The Brooklyn Tweed says it goes to 5 stitches to inch, but I couldn't get it there. And I would imagine that maybe the people having breakage are trying to knit to that gauge. I don't know. But I could only get it to like 4, maybe 4.5. And that was all it was doing. So I did have to scale the pattern down a little bit. But what I did is, it's written based on repeats of 13. And what I did is just cut out an entire how I determined how many stitches to cut out was I looked at how many stitches were between the shaping at the crown, and I just took one of them out. So that's how many stitches I decreased by, or didn't cast on by. Whatever I'm trying to say. I did not cast on that number of stitches. That doesn't even make sense. Do you know what I'm talking about though? So, for example, if it was a 100 stitch hat and I was like, ooh, 100 stitches is going to make that hat way too big. Well, when I looked at the crown decreases, it might have said knit 20, place a marker, knit 20, place a marker, and it said that 5 times. Because the next round you're going to knit to 2 stitches before the marker and knit 2 together. So I would have just taken out one whole 20 stitch, repeat. Now, you don't normally have to do that, but this has like this novel thing happening here. Do you see the novelty? And the increases are incorporated into that. So for this kind of thing, when you have something like this happening, that's an option. Rather than just taking out, okay, so that I had to place 5 markers, I know I could decrease by units of 5. So. Anywho, it's done. I totally dig this. I actually got like to this point. My husband is really weird. It does not like hats that cover his ears. He also does not eat food. Those are really the main problems I have. So I can't complain, right? Anyway, but so I got to like where this has like a folded brim. That's pretty. It has the hemmed brim. So I got done with that, and then I thought, you know what, this might be a really cute hat for him. I'll just start doing the crown decreases as soon as I got done. Well, the bad thing about the hemmed brim is that, if you're doing a shorter hat, it tends to kind of flare out, which nobody is probably going to even have that problem. I just discovered it, so I thought I would share in case you also have a husband who's allergic to poultry and likes a short hat. If you do, please call me because we may have the same husband. I'm thinking that's a rare combination. We should know. He might be tricking us. So anyway, it was all on my head so cute before and then I messed it up. That's fine. No, that's not. He was also so confused about where to put the fancy business. He was like, does that go in the back? Is that the seam? Like, no, it's fancy. See, it's not even in the middle now. I want to wear the hat because I don't want to keep touching my hair, but now suddenly I'm having issues. See, because I put it on there. It's a whole right to left thing, people. I'm telling you, it's so confusing. All right, I'm just gonna, this is how it's going to be. Even if it's not how, okay, this seems better to me. Okay, now I'm in full hiding mode. I can keep going. I don't have that much more to show you. Okay, so the next thing I'm showing you is a work in, well, I have a finished object, actually. Well, it's kind of, whatever. I got a kit, oh, I didn't read over. No, it's in there. Oh, I left the pattern out. But anyway, the super duper cute Mom 2 Boy 76 gifted to me a kit from Handspun by Stefania at the first SSK I went to. So not last year, but the year before. So that's 2013. Handspun by Stefania is a fairly well-known vendor. She actually does vend at Rhinebeck. I don't know about Maryland. Yeah, Maryland Sheeping Wool too, I think. But she also vends at my little Greencastle, the fiber event. So she's very cool. She has all natural dyes, and I find she's fascinating. So she gifted me this kit that and it's Thrummed mittens, people. How cute are these? You can't really tell, but do you see how obese these mittens are? These are some morbidly obese mittens. How cute are they? So these are little purple dots. And by the way, this yarn is totally her hand spun. What was that? Or maybe it's not, but I'm pretty sure it is. Maybe it's not. I mean, I know that sounds ridiculous, but it feels like a hand spun. It's all, but here's the inside. Don't you want your mittens to look like that inside? I totally do. I have a Thrum slipper pattern that Leslie gifted to me. Oh, I'm so excited about knitting it. Oh, so sad. So I don't know, like, again, this has never been worn. I mean, she put it on her hand to make sure it fit. But I have no idea, like this is going to felt down. So it may look like a hot mess when it does, but right now, how cute is that? Part of me almost wanted to put like superwash as the Thrums because it would just always be flirty. But then I was like, but then eventually it might pull through here and that could be bad. But how cute is that little guy? The pattern is, I used the same circumference. I went down a needle size I went down multiple needle sizes. I think I knit the cuff on zeros and the body And this yarn is, I would say, maybe like a fingering sport-ish. And if the cuffs on 0s and the body on like the 0.5s. I think that's like 2.25 millimeters, I believe. So yeah. Is there anything else I need to say? Oh, but I did make it overall shorter. I think really it needs to just be a little bit longer here and here, but whatever, she said they fit, so I'm just gonna go with it. I don't want to take it apart, right? So I've not yet started the second one, but the kit has this yarn, which is the main body of the yarn, and this contrast color for the cuff. And then you get the woolly wool bits to make your thrums. So what I find is easiest is to make a whole bowl of thrums. Because A, it's just fun to knit like a bowl of stuff next to you. It's kind of, it's festive. And also it's just faster. So they suggest knitting the enough or making up enough for a row. Just make a ton of them. And like you think, oh, this is enough for the whole mitten. It's really like 4 rows worth. It's never as much as you think. But I have plenty, again, I made mine a little shorter, but I still have plenty, plenty, plenty. I mean, this is still only half the roving. So I have this much and this done, and there's only half the roving. So I have plenty of roving. I don't know if she does those kits or not. BA thrumming. Okay, and then, oh, I forgot that I have wool piggery. I have other wool piggery that I'm not even showing you. I may have bought a sweater's worth of watershed. But I'll show you that when I get to it. Usually when I do wool piggery, I try to only, oh, I have one more. I have a work in progress. Another one. The last work in progress I have, which is in my bag from Annie Knit Lights, little skein of the big wool, is a hat for Tova Grace. I am making the Barley hat, except I am doing the hemmed brim. I just really like the hemmed brim, and it's double thickness, so it's extra warm, and I just enjoy it. So this is, again, this is the Barley hat by Tin Can Knits, and I'm knitting this, the 84 stitch size, so I think that's like the women's small, I believe. But my gauge is a little bit off. I think my gauge is like 5 stitches to the inch, or 4.5, and hers is 4, whatever. It fits the child. I put it on her head. So what I did is I just knit the interior of the hat in plain stockinette, and then when I got to the place where I was like, okay, I'm gonna fold the brim. Oh, by the way, this hat, when she has you fold the brim, she doesn't have you work a row of purl, but I did because I just like the way it folds flatter with that. Anyway, so I worked the row of purl, and then I started on the garter stitch section, the little garter stitch panel. Now the garter stitch has a tighter row gauge than stockinette, so it's, maybe I should have like, I could have like probably like done some little short rowy action or whatever, but it's for a kid and it's a hat, and that shit will block right out. That's all I'm saying. So, you know, there's that. But anyway, super cute. I don't think it really looks as cool as it looks in real life. This is hand spun. This is also by Spun Right Round. I don't know, really. She's not endorsing the show, I'm sorry, but I can't stop doing her stuff. But anyway, I think it's like the jellyfish colorway. It's a repeat. She has the colorway frequently. I believe it's called jellyfish. I don't think it's called anything else with the jellyfish, but it might be. And I believe this is Rambouillet. So that's all of the knitting and spinning. Okay, so next what I have to show you. Oh, and then I have some wool piggery. I totally cart jacked you. Yes, I did. I am shamelessly saying that I did. I didn't cart jack you. I didn't take something out of your cart. We all put it on our cart. I just got checked out faster. But I didn't literally, like, cart jacking is kind of a mean word. It implies that the person who wins actually stole from you. People have cart checked me, but they didn't steal from me. They were just faster. Faster. But honestly, I'm pretty fast. And this from Kirby Werby. And this is the only one I've scored from an update. So I haven't been out there competing. I needed this one though. Because A, it can be Christmassy, and B, it's called Granny Bell. And I love Kirby Werby and her granny. I'm just saying. Really, it's ridiculous. The faces of cuteness is out of control. So yay. It's self-striping sock. It's going to be awesome. I wore my It's Fall Y'all socks the other day. That made me very happy. It's fall, y'all. So yeah. So many cute people in the world. It's ridiculous. Okay. So now prizes for vertebrae cow. So if you're not playing, then you can come back during shameless self-promotion or not. That's fine, whatever. It's cool. It's okay. Diane sent you prizes. I'm not going to go like into super detail of prizes because there may be a box and half of them. So, into the world. And what I'll try to do is take pictures, but sometimes I fail. But I'm going to try to. So there's Into the World. There is a Mean Girls Yarn Club, right? I should take that out because you can't even see it. Oh, this is not even all the prizes. I have other prizes upstairs that I need to get through. Then there's the 3 Irish Girls. Everybody loves the 3 Irish Girls. Right? And then, what kitties have I? Dolly sent you more prizes. She sent you this awesome bag, and I'm not sure who it's by, and I apologize, but there's no tag to it. But it is quite hefty. And in the vein of all good stockinette zombies, I'm wearing a hat, so you're not getting my head cooties. Although secretly I'm just going to rub it all over my hair so that I won't. It's easy. I feel like this actually works. If it weren't for... Right. I need like a Johnny Carson moment. I'm having a Johnny Carson moment. I need an envelope. Oh yeah, that's right. There's a bag on my head. So then she sent you this. How fun is this? Hollywood crochet kit. Ah! How fun is that? Ridiculousness. Then some wonderful Sun Valley Farms. Sun Valley Fibers. I'm sorry, I said farms. But this is an MCN, and it is like... Ooh. You may not get this bag because I may need it as a hat. This may be awesome. If I were not injured, I would have to break into some Chiquita banana. But anyways, oh, that's what braids, I'm seeing. And then, and it just keeps coming, right? You're like, I'm so lucky. Knit a vertebrae. Oh, so many of you are. There's so much good chatter going on, it's ridiculous. So then look, some Dana of Unwind. I kid you not. Twinkle sock. This is the faded graffiti. Dana does love the job. And gosh, some Lorna's laces. Yeah, right. And some more Sun Valley Fibers. I know it's crazy. No, wait, I'm not. It's lying. I'm lying. It totally looked like it for a second. What happened? The medication. This is Intention Yarns in Healing Colorway. Right. Ah, everything is so pretty. So again, there are even more prizes than that. It's going to be an epic prize giveaway. If you would like to knit a vertebrae cow or a vertebrae of some flavor, there's newborn, infant, or baby, I can't remember, kitty, and mama. And you have until the end of October to finish yours and get your posty-loo done. And then we can totally do for prizes, and it's going to be awesome. And there's more prizes upstairs. Like I said, I just have to go through some things that people have sent us previously. There's some fiber prizes. It's out of control. FYI, we may totally do a Miranda Get It Along in November, December. I'm just saying. Maybe. Is it good? Maybe we'll do that. Okay, next is shameless self-promotion. So I apologize, not all of these. I have some of these I don't have samples done with because again I was injured and stuff. Okay, so I have these two fabrics. Now I will let you know if you're interested in this fabric. I think it's gorgeous, but I will let you know it is not 100% natural fabric. It does have polyester content because it is made to be sun fade resistant and wrinkly resistant. So, just FYI. These are all lined with natural this time around. So I have the sweater size of both of these. I have this bluish one in the Aran sweater size. So the really big sweater size. This size. I could put it on my head, but then there would be no more of my head. And then this one, which I love ever so much. Oh, I love it. And then, okay, so then the other ones I don't have my samples done, but I'll show you the fabric so you can get an idea. Okay, so I have this fabric, and this will be available in the 3 largest sizes, so Aran, sweater, and large wedge. And it's very pretty. Do you see I'm trying to do like fall transition? Not full on fall yet, but getting there. And then this one, isn't that fun? Also available in large wedge sweater and Aran sweater. Yay. So that's everything. Just saying. If you win this bag, you may just want to leave it with me. No, don't. I'm just teasing. But really, it's gorgeous. So festive. Okay, so I hope you have a lovely week. I hope I get to tell you about the wool gathering next week, but maybe not. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens. If nothing else, yay, it's fall. Yay. Yay. And I'll talk next time. Bye.